Hello there. This is Community Bits, the heartbeat of the community. We are streaming live simultaneously to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I am Olabisi Obadara in London. Now, violence engulfed central Dublin on Thursday night after three children and a woman were stabbed near a school, prompting rioters to clash with the police and set cars and shops on fire. The stabbing suspect, a man in his 40s, was also injured and is being held by police at a city center hospital. Garda commissioner says, and I quote, lunatic, hooligan faction driven by far-right ideology were behind violence, which included multiple clashes with Gardaí. Councillor Yemi Adenuga, Ireland's first elected Black female councillor, tweeted, Ireland is home. To all who have come to this country, contributing to its economy, giving back for its betterment, this is your home. You belong here. Hashtag Ireland is home. Hashtag Dublin riot. Hashtag Dublin riots. And of course, there are Friday's live updates on the Dublin riots compiled by Irish Times. You can check Irish Times online for more details. Gardaí say 34 people arrested after a riotous mob causes huge destruction. I'll give you some of the highlights now, as updates. Like I said, it's available on irishtimes.com. You can also check that for full details. But there have been violent clashes between large groups of people and Gardaí in Dublin this evening, with vehicles set on fire and shops looted. There are reports of protesters firing flares and fireworks at Gardaí, and at least one Garda vehicle was set on fire, while a bus and a car were set on fire at the O'Connell Bridge. The significant public disorder erupted between, it was yesterday anyway, the significant public disorder happened yesterday, you know that, following a stabbing earlier in which 5 people were hospitalized, including the perpetrator on Thursday. Now, Garda Commissioner Drew Harris blamed the unrest on what he called lunatic hooligan faction driven by far-right ideology, while Minister for Justice Helen McEntee appealed for calm and said a thuggish and manipulative element was using the earlier incident to wreak havoc, and she condemned the attacks on Gardaí. A 5-year-old girl is receiving emergency treatment at Temple Street Hospital after the stabbing incident. A boy, also aged 5, and a girl 6 sustained less serious injuries, and they were brought to Chi Crumlin for treatment. That is CHI Crumlin actually for treatment, and the boy has since been discharged. A woman in her 30s was being treated for serious injuries at the Mater Hospital. The Irish Times understands she was an employee of the school or after-school care facility that the children were attending. Gardaí are trying to determine whether there is any relationship between the chief suspect and anyone outside the school or at the scene. The chief suspect is understood to be a naturalized Irish citizen who has lived in Ireland for 20 years. Now, passers-by intervened on the street shortly after the stabbing attack and subdued the suspect, took a knife from him and threw it across the street into a grassy area close to the Garden of Remembrance. Gardaí considered the main suspect, that's a man in his late 40s or 50s, who has also been taken for treatment for serious injuries, to be the chief suspect in the case, and they are not looking for anyone else. The Garda commissioner said all possible motivations are being considered. Now, a number of passers-by intervened on the street shortly after the attack began, and like The report says took the knife from the man and threw the knife away to a grassy area. And this incident took place outside the Parnell Square East as children were coming out of the school. And this is the school that caters to primary age children. Full reports are available on the Irish Times website, uh, irishtimes.com. Thank you so much for watching. It's a quick update on the incidents going on right now at Dublin. We just hope everyone is safe and everybody is keeping safe. Going on Twitter, we've seen, well, going on X, as we call it now, we've seen a lot of reports, and there's so many racist remarks going on there, which I would not like to share on this platform. But I want to say kudos, I want to give kudos to all the leaders um, putting all their weight together to calm this chaos going on in Dublin. So Councillor Yemi Adenuga's remark is on her X handle, no longer Twitter handle, just to correct that quickly, on her X handle. And she has expressed her opinion. She said, Ireland is home. And to all who have come to the country, who are contributing to the economy, giving back for the betterment of Ireland, that Ireland is their home and they belong there. Visit her X handle for more details. Thank you for watching. I am Olabisi Obadara. We shall bring you more reports and more what do you call it, interviews with prominent people and people who are making positive impacts in various communities on this platform. You can watch Community Bits live on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on LinkedIn. You can also watch on my Facebook handle. That's my own Facebook profile, Veronica Olabisi Obadara. Also LinkedIn, you can watch on my personal profile, Veronica Olabisi Obadara. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.